Esther Anne Wilhelm's art has been exploding in all directions in recent years, taking her to places she never expected. It comes from a deep, dark place in a life that has seen more of its share of adversity. And if her new career has anything to tell us, it's that art can heal even the most damaged spirit. She's a recent appointee to the Mayor's Office of Culture and the Arts, and she's with us this morning. Good morning, Esther. How are you?
Good morning, Chris. Thank you for having me.
It's good to see your smiling face, and you seem pretty cheery this morning. And we've talked a couple times before on the show, and I've really seen kind of an ongoing progression in your life and your art. Is that accurate?
Yes, it is. Thank you. A lot of great things have happened since the last time I was here. Yes.
Mm-hmm. What are some of those things?
I'm still nervous, as always. But
not to worry.
Well, since the last time I was here, I think shortly after I was featured in the Go Kailua magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a story of my life and the art that I'm doing. And I actually got to do art therapy classes in the community since I was here. And it's been very successful. I got to participate and share at Catholic Charities, and I got to do 2 classes at Windward Community College, and I keep getting invites to come back. I also got to fly over to Maui and do a workshop at the Women Helping Women domestic violence shelter.
Well, Esther, you've always been very open about some of the things you've been through and how those things have informed your art. And is that helpful for other people when you do these workshops and seminars?
I find that it is very helpful. I find that it is the key to the success of the workshops. A lot of people have a really difficult time getting in touch with their feelings, and I actually entitled the workshops Breaking Barriers,
mm-hmm.
Because I find that when you have like a writer's block or an artistic block, sometimes just getting in touch with your true feelings can help clear away the noise, when you're trying to create or be in touch. And when I share about the things that happened in my life, the abuse and the trauma, it seems to help people break down those barriers, and it always feels like a safe place. And at least that's what I get on my comment cards.
Well, you for very good reasons had to find a safe place, but you also, in terms of getting in touch with your feelings, it's almost as if you didn't have any choice. I mean, there were some feelings that are so overwhelming that you kind of had to be in touch with them, and that's what led you to make art. Is that kind of what has happened with you?
That is true. I mean, before I started doing art, I really believed that my goal in life was to be a social worker, in social work. And after I got into the car accident, and I feel like those doors were closed to me because of injuries and other health complications. When I was able to walk into that art class and have my instructor, encourage me to really be honest about what was going on, and she really pointed out that the art could actually help me deal with my trauma from my past, I really just trusted in her words and allowed that to guide me. And that's pretty much what I share in the art therapy classes, is just, trust in the truth of what's really going on in your life.
Well, Esther, I could really see when you first walked in that you're continuing to be on a good path, an upward path, and you just look sort of healthy and happy. And each time it's a little better for you. I guess it's been about 6-8 months since we last talked, but I've been following your work, and here's one thing I've sort of wanted to comment on with your work, because I really think you've done some extraordinary stuff. And when I look at it, I don't feel the need to know necessarily to know the story. I can just look at what's hanging on the wall and appreciate it for that. Do you want to move toward that with your work? Where it's just seen for itself, that we don't have to know Esther's background?
Yes, definitely. I really want to move towards that. We actually had a show, and the theme was light and darkness. And it was really funny because when they were choosing the pieces, there were several different artists, but they're like, oh, Esther's goes in darkness. And I was like, I don't want to be in darkness. I want to be in light. Darn it. You know?
Well, good for
and
you.
I think that that's exactly what I'm moving towards, because even if you were to look up some of my work, a lot of it, when the computer just makes up its mind, it goes into like, trauma art, abuse art, you know, and
exactly.
things like that. And really, they were created because of the things of my past, but it's really, I think when people look at it, they can really see that there is light. It is because those pieces were able to be let go that I can continue to do the work that I do. And I didn't get a chance to tell you that my piece won first place in New York. I know the last time I was here, I was just entering.
Just about to go there, yeah.
And I found out that I won Best in Show, and I wanted to share that with you.
Well, Esther, it's great that you are sort of refusing to be pigeonholed as an abused artist or something like that, because those early pieces do reflect the trauma, but your later pieces are moving away from it. I'm seeing more color, more light. Isn't that how you're feeling? Seems that way.
Definitely. I feel like, really it stems from a lot of the women and children that I've met I'm hoping to get more men to come to some of the workshops, but the comments from what they share and their own inspiring stories and seeing how they're overcoming their challenges, it's actually been helping me to feel more inspired. So when I sit down at the canvas or when I create something or write a poem, I feel like there's definitely more positive things that are coming from it. I feel like I'm living my dream, and it was something that I didn't realize that I wanted, or even, like I said, chose for myself.
Well, you're at the place you're at now. There was a time in your life when that was inconceivable that you'd ever be in that place, right?
Oh, definitely. And not too long ago, actually. Yeah, I didn't think that it was something that people could do and actually touch people's lives with doing. I never grew up seeing a lot of art, like I shared, and I didn't expect to see the kind of response that I've been seeing and the kinds of conversations that I've been getting. It's not about, this is a pretty painting, but we end up talking about lives, people's lives, and I really love that part of the creation, and sharing that with other people.
Well, Esther, thanks very much for coming. It's great to see you again, and good luck with your continued work, but it's always good to talk to you. Esther Anne Wilhelm is an artist who works in a variety of media, and she's a recent appointee to the Mayor's Office on Culture and the Arts. You can learn more about her and her work through our Hawaii Conversation Facebook page.